In January 2019, an untouchable, century-old brand uploaded a 2-minute video to the internet. Within months, that single advertisement incinerated hundreds of millions of dollars and permanently shattered the loyalty of an entire generation. This isn't just a marketing misstep. This is the autopsy of how a corporate echo chamber willingly attacked its own foundation, and how Gillette paid the ultimate price. To understand the collapse, you have to understand the sheer scale of the monopoly. For over 100 years, Gillette was not just a razor company, it was the undisputed architect of male grooming. Their legendary slogan, "The best a man can get," wasn't just a catchy jingle, it was burned into the psychology of consumers across the globe. Gillette held a terrifying iron grip on the market, at one point commanding over 70% of global wet shaving sales. They enjoyed astronomical profit margins because men didn't just buy Gillette, they inherited the brand from their fathers. It was a generational absolute. But by 2018, the razor industry's landscape was violently fracturing. Competitors like Dollar Shave Club and Harry's had invaded the market, armed with cheaper, direct-to-consumer subscription models. They weren't just taking Gillette's market share, they were making Gillette's expensive replacement blades look like a massive ripoff. Instead of innovating their pricing or fixing their bloated supply chain, Gillette's marketing executives diagnosed their bleeding market share as a cultural problem. Swept up in the momentum of the Me Too movement, leadership decided the brand needed a radical, socially progressive overhaul. They believed the modern consumer demanded corporate activism. The fatal flaw? They designed a massive campaign aimed at redefining masculinity, entirely led by a progressive advertising agency, without consulting the actual everyday men who bought their products. They were building a marketing strategy to win applause on Twitter, not to sell razors to their core demographic. Then came the We Believe campaign. Released in January 2019, the advertisement completely abandoned the triumphant, successful imagery Gillette was known for. Instead, it actively challenged traditional masculine values, portraying the brand's core demographic as inherently toxic, showing scenes of bullying and harassment, and asking men to shave their toxic masculinity. The executives in the boardroom expected a wave of modern, viral praise. Instead, they triggered one of the most violent and immediate consumer backlashes in modern corporate history. Social media weaponized the anger instantly. The video became one of the most disliked videos on YouTube almost overnight. Longtime customers didn't just quietly switch brands. They filmed themselves throwing hundreds of dollars of Gillette products into the trash or flushing them down the toilet. It wasn't just a boycott, it was a digital execution. Within 6 months, Gillette absorbed a catastrophic $350 million revenue loss. Market share plummeted as alienated consumers flooded straight into the arms of competitors. Parent company Procter & Gamble eventually had to take a staggering $8 billion non-cash write-down on the Gillette business. While executives blamed currency fluctuations and new competitors, the market knew the truth. The brand was bleeding out. The Gillette collapse is the ultimate corporate warning. It proves that no brand is too big to fail when it actively attacks its own foundation. If you alienate the everyday people who built your empire, your competitors will gladly take their money. They forgot who their customers were, and the market made them pay for it. This is the Delisted.